Hello, welcome back to my channel Christian Faith and Fiction. My name's Lou and today I want to share with you some Christian fiction books that are releasing in May 2022. So these are the books that I could find that are releasing in May as of the time that I'm filming this. The dates are correct at the moment, but then they sometimes move around at last minute. These books are all listed on Amazon as Christian fiction, but I've been finding that some books that get that category have a lot of spiritual content to them, and then some of the other books are more towards just clean mainstream fiction, but they've been categorised as Christian fiction. As always, I've split these up into different genres. So in historical fiction, Shadowed Loyalty by Roseanna M. White releases on the 2nd of May. Sabina Mankari never questioned her life as the daughter of Chicago's leading mob boss until bullets tear apart her world, and the man she thought she loved turned out to be an undercover prohibition agent. Now she sees how ugly the underworld can be. Ambushes, bribes, murder, prostitution. She thought her beloved papa was above all that, but clearly he isn't. What does that mean, though, for her and her family? Maybe Lorenzo, the fiancé who has barely paid her any attention in the last 2 years, has the right idea by planning to escape their world. When the Meadow Blooms by Anne H. Gabhart releases on the 3rd of May. Widow Rose Meadows eagerly accepts her brother-in-law's offer for her and her 2 daughters to live on his farm after her treatments in a sanatorium find them needing a home. But is this scarred and reclusive man ready for all the changes these women will bring to his life? Written on the Wind by Elizabeth Camden releases on the 3rd of May, and I believe this might be the second book in the series. Natalia Blackstone is a rarity in Gilded Age America. As a trusted analyst for her father's bank, she is helping finance the legendary Trans-Siberian Railway. From her office in New York City, Natalia relies on a charming Russian aristocrat to oversee the construction of the railroad on the other side of the world. But while overseeing the work, Count Dmitry Sokolov witnesses the deadly result of the Russian monarchy's will to see that the railway built. To silence him, the state has stripped Dmitry of his title, his lands, and his freedom. When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer releases on the 3rd of May. Libby has been given a powerful gift to live one life in 1774 colonial Williamsburg and the other in 1914 Gilded Age New York City. When she falls asleep in one life, she wakes up in the other without any time passing. She has one conscious mind, but 2 very different lives and bodies. On her 21st birthday, Libby must choose one path and forfeit the other forever, but how can she possibly choose when she has so much to lose in each life? To Tame a Cowboy by Jody Hedlund releases on the 3rd of May. Brody McQuaid is a broken man and he knows it. While his body survived the war, his soul did not. Savannah Marshall is a veterinarian on her family's Colorado ranch. She longs to keep her father happy following the tragic death of her older brother, marrying a man of his choosing. But days before her wedding, she gets cold feet and disappears into South Park. A Healer's Promise by Misty M. Bella releases on the 3rd of May. Levi Masters' time as a British spy hasn't ended, though his country's war with America has. Overhearing a scout reveal a discovery that could give America an upper hand in future conflicts, Levi is sent to investigate. While trekking through the Canadian Rockies, he is convicted about his life of lies and half-truths, but just as he decides to embrace truth at any cost, warriors from a hidden mountain village take him captive. Village healer Audrey Moreau is more curious than afraid of the outsider. Besting the Earl by Allie Kensington releases on the 9th of May. It was supposed to be an easy task. Pretend to be smitten with each other until their friends formed an attachment, but the matchmakers never intended to fall in love with each other in the process. It was supposed to be easy, a clear goal and a clear break, but their hearts wouldn't agree. In contemporary fiction, All That Fills Us by Autumn Lytle releases on the 3rd of May. Mel Ellis knows that her eating disorder is ruining her life, but she can't bring herself to go to rehab so someone else can fix her mess. Broken and empty in more ways than one, Mel makes one last-ditch effort to make hers a story worth telling. She will walk her own road to recovery along the lesser-known trails of the North American wilderness. Bless Your Heart, Ray Sutton by Susannah B. Lewis releases on the 24th of May. Sometimes what your life is missing is an eccentric group of older ladies to take you under their wing. When Riley Ann Sutton's mama passes away and leaves her the house where she grew up, Ray can't imagine how the little old place might restore her broken life. Mourning the recent loss of her marriage, she takes the house and settles back in tiny one-horse Whitton with her 14-year-old daughter Molly Margaret and their overweight dog. In romance, Turn to Me by Becky Wade releases on the 3rd of May. His promise will cost him more than he imagined. Guilt has defined Luke Dempsey's life, but it was self-destructiveness that landed him in prison. When his friend and fellow inmate lay dying shortly before Luke's release, the older man revealed that he left a string of clues for his daughter Finley that will lead her to the treasure he's hidden. Worried that she won't be the only one pursuing the treasure, he gains Luke's promise to protect her until the end of her search. Spunky and idealistic Finley Sutherland is the owner of an animal rescue centre and a defender of lost causes. The Sweet Life by Suzanne Woods Fisher releases on the 3rd of May. This cover I think is just such a great one for a summer romance. I might have to buy a copy of the book just so that I can have it as a decoration for summer. It's that pink and yellow and the ice creams. That's a really good cover. Dawn Dixon can hardly believe she's on a groomless honeymoon on beautiful Cape Cod with her mother. Sure, Marnie Dixon is good company, but Dawn was supposed to be here with Kevin, the love of her life, or so she thought. Marnie Dixon needs some time away from the absolute realness of life as much as her jilted daughter does, and she's not about to let her only child suffer alone, even if Marnie herself had been doing precisely that for the past month. Given the circumstances, maybe it was inevitable that Marnie would do something as rash as buy a run-down ice cream shop in the town's tightly regulated historic district. After all, everything's better with ice cream. The View from Coral Cove by Amy Clipston releases on the 10th of May. When a jilted romance novelist escapes to a small beach town, the last thing she expected to find was the start of an even better love story. In the wake of a broken engagement and the death of her last surviving family member, romance novelist Meyer moves to the haven of Coral Cove, North Carolina, to take over her great-aunt's toy store. Some of her grief is immediately eased by the imaginative 8-year-old Ashley Tanner, who talks her into adopting a kitten and inspires Meyer to create a princess tea party room in the store. Ashlyn's dad, local veterinarian Brody Tanner, is quickly smitten by the newest resident of his hometown. In mystery and suspense, Nerves of Steel by Susan Sleeman releases on the 1st of May. As a middle child, Peyton Steele has always needed to find a way to stand out, but coming to the attention of a head of security for her client's jewellery store when millions of dollars in jewels goes missing is not the way to do it. She thinks the state-of-the-art cameras she's recently had installed will make it easy to find the thief, but she's stunned when the video doesn't show the theft taking place. Fatal Code by Natalie Walters releases on the 3rd of May. In 1964, a group of scientists called Los Alamos 5 came close to finishing a nuclear energy project for the United States government when they were abruptly disbanded. Now, the granddaughter of one of those 5 scientists, aerospace engineer Eleanor Mitchell, discovers that she has highly sensitive information on the project in her possession and a target on her back. In biblical fiction, Potiphar's Wife by Mesu Andrews releases on the 24th of May. Before she is Potiphar's wife, Zuleika is a king's daughter on the Isle of Crete, where the sisterhood of women rules in the absence of their seafaring husbands. Now that she's come of age, Zuleika knows she will soon be betrothed. Her father believes his robust trade with Egypt will ensure Pharaoh's obligation to marry his daughter, but Pharaoh refuses and gives her instead to Potiphar, the captain of his bodyguards, a crusty bachelor twice her age who would rather have a new horse than a Minoan wife. And finally, in fantasy and sci-fi, Vivid by Ashley Bustamente releases on the 17th of May. Danger lurks behind every colour. Ava Locke dives into the mysteries of forbidden yellow magic and discovers a dark path filled with secrets and injustice. When Ava Locke was 5 years old, she began a journey to join the benefactors, the leaders of the magical continent of Magus. 12 years later, she unwittingly started down the road to betray them. On Magus, where colours fuel magical abilities, yellow is banned in an effort to protect people from its mind-controlling capabilities. When a rogue yellow magic user named Elm escapes imprisonment, Ava becomes innocently fascinated with his story. So those are the books that I could find that are releasing in May that I could find that are listed as Christian fiction. If you know any more books that I've missed, please do add them down in the comments. And also let me know in the comments if any of those books sound like books that you would like to read in the future. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, commented or subscribed to my channel. I do really appreciate that. I hope you have a really great reading week, and until next time, God bless. Bye.